Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys about this bill that passed the House that takes $14 billion from the IRS and gives it to Israel, okay? This is a good thing for us. The reason why it's a good thing is because it defunds the IRS. Now, you might say, why do we need to give this money to Israel? Why don't we just pass a bill to defund the IRS? The problem with that is that that has like zero chance of passing the full Congress and being signed by a president. Okay, the government overall wants to fund Israel, so that's kind of like the carrot. Okay, we want them to defund the IRS. So, given that they want to fund Israel so bad, the House Republicans were pretty smart about this. They gave them basically some good bait there. Okay, defund the IRS by $14 billion, give that to Israel, rather than print up more additional money out of nowhere and give that to Israel. So overall, it's less inflationary, right? Because they're going to print up that $14 billion for the IRS anyway, and then they wanted to print up another $14 billion to give to Israel. What this does is, instead of printing up the combined total of those two numbers, they're shifting $14 billion away from the IRS, giving it to Israel. Okay, you gotta know your enemies. You gotta know who is the most dangerous person to you, the most dangerous entity to you, and the IRS is far more dangerous to the Americans than either Israel or Hamas or Ukraine or Russia or China or any of that. Okay, the IRS is by far the bigger enemy. Okay, so my position: take $14 billion away from the IRS, give that to Israel. Take another $14 billion away from the IRS, give that to Hamas. Let Israel and Hamas fight each other. Okay. Then take another $14 billion away from the IRS, give that to Ukraine. Then go take another $14 billion away from the IRS and give that to Russia. Let the Ukrainians and Russians fight each other. Okay. So the goal here is to get the IRS budget down to zero. Okay. That's the goal here. So you gotta know, you gotta know who is the most dangerous to you. Okay, and the IRS by far is a far more dangerous institution than the Russians or the Chinese or the Ukrainians or the Hamas or the Israelis or whoever you think is dangerous to you. We have to defund the IRS any which way we can. This same strategy can be used against the ATF and all the other alphabet soup agencies out there. So this is a good strategy, okay? And again, the sweet spot here is that there's Democrats that want to fund Israel, okay? So that's the carrot. That's the carrot by which we can kind of pull them along and get them to defund the IRS. So I think we got to go for this. This is a good bill that weakens the greater enemy for us, right? The individual American. And I think there's a strategy that they can continue to employ going forward for other crises as new crises arise. Again, take money away from the IRS, take money away from the ATF, take money away from the FBI, and all those different alphabet soup agencies. So discuss it amongst yourselves in the comments. But yeah, that's my thing. Defund the IRS any which way possible. I mean, the money's already been appropriated for the IRS. So I don't care if they take the IRS money and just set it on fire, okay? As long as the IRS is not getting it, okay? So I'll talk to you all soon.